Aloha everyone, Brandon Awai from A Wise Decision. I'm here with my friend Dr. Kim at Kim's Acupuncture and Hyperbaric Health. Kim, what is a hyperbaric chamber?
Well, hyperbaric chamber is the only way for somebody to get pressurized as if you were diving down. Mine are about 66 feet of equivalency if you were going underwater. While you're under pressure, oxygen is going into the chamber. And when you're under pressure, the oxygen is allowed to infiltrate every single part of your body. Your brain, your tissues, your bones, your cells, your organs. So it's really the only way for the pressure to allow that oxygen to get in and saturate your plasma and all of your cells. And it makes the healing process exponentially faster. People who have a severe brain injury, PTSD. I bought these when the fire happened. I ordered them for the people that had survived the fire. It's a really powerful way to heal things that would take a lot longer to do or not heal at all. We used to breathe 35% oxygen. I'm not sure what time that was, but back in the day, 35% oxygen. And that kept us healthy. It kept inflammation down. It kept all the toxins out of our system. It kept our body flowing and moving and healing. We breathe about 18 to 21% now. When oxygen goes in to the system under pressure, it searches for injuries, old and new, and it starts healing that. And it also produces stem cells with that oxygen, so you're repairing your cells and producing stem cells that can then go in and decide what what cells they're going to become and how they're going to repair a body. So just getting in a chamber under pressure with about 93 to 96% oxygen concentrated in that chamber can not only heal little things that might be lurking that we don't know about, because cancer is a 10 to 20 year process. It's not something you get diagnosed and you caught it on a plane. So if you are healthy and you don't have a lot of the symptoms that we get as we get older, like your telomeres, which is the lengthening for anti-aging in the kind of biohacking world, but this actually also lengthens telomeres, so you actually gain your life back. You don't age as fast. Your immune system is stronger. And cancer can't survive in that environment, so cancer survives and thrives in hypoxic conditions. So if you're super oxygenated, cancer doesn't have anywhere to go or anywhere to live or anywhere to thrive. You can have the soft chambers that go up to like a 1.3 to 1.4 atmospheric pressure. Those are more mild chambers. And then you have the big ones like the ones I have, and then even bigger ones, which are the medical chambers that go 3 atmospheres down. Mine go to 2.0.
So Kim, how did you get into hyperbaric health therapy?
Good question. So during COVID, I was living in Lahaina, taking care of various patients, mostly elderly. And when COVID happened, there was a lot of fear around going to the hospital and what could happen. So I started taking care of people that did not want to go to the hospital. And I started researching things that could possibly help them. I was also going through my own battle. I found out that I had intestinal parasites and I had a very serious condition. And I was losing the battle. And so I started researching some of the ways that I could slow down the process of their cycle and win the battle, because I was losing a lot of weight and I was really sick. And one of my friends invited me to come to California and get into a hyperbaric chamber out there. And I was pretty sick at that point. So I flew over there, got in the chamber maybe 3 times. It was the first time that I didn't feel the disturbance in my stomach, and it was just peaceful quietness, and I didn't feel sick like I did before that. And when I flew back home, I couldn't figure out what was different. I just knew since I had been in the chamber, just felt different. Maybe in my brain, maybe a little more mental energy, and then my body just felt better. And then the COVID thing was still going on, and so I ordered a chamber from the people that I, met in California. And that was a whole nother journey. You can buy these for your home. I was one of the first 40 people to purchase these, and it was during the shipping crisis that was going on. So my chamber sat on the water for about 9 months, and I couldn't get them over here, ironically. But that's how I started out. I had several cancer patients, some people with COVID that were really battling and didn't want to end up in the hospital on a ventilator. So that was my original goal, to continue my health and take care of the patients that were, sick, and, we don't have a lot of options over on Maui. So yeah, that's kind of how it started.
Think I could fit in this thing?
So this is 7 feet long. So if you were probably to prop yourself, because I think you're what?
I'm about 6 feet 7 inches.
Yeah, so you would fit in it, with your head a little bit, kind of propped up on the head side of the chamber. But yeah, it's 7 feet. So you would definitely fit in it.
This hyperbaric chamber sounds absolutely amazing. From all of the benefits, it sounds like cancer prevention, healing, internal healing in the body. Not only that, but also a boost if you're an athlete, if you're getting ready for an event or something like that. This will definitely help you with getting after it, winning your competition, getting you going and producing great results. I want to get in this thing. It sounds totally amazing. Well, all this talk, let's see if I fit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi guys. So I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first time. I'm gonna step into the hyperbaric chamber. I'll let you guys know how it is as soon as I get out, but a little bit nervous, a little bit excited. Let's see what's gonna happen. Peace.
And you can just stand up right inside.
Okay guys, I'm in the hyperbaric chamber right now. It looks really cool. It's very futuristic looking. It's like I'm in a NASA aircraft or something.
So this is going to shut. It's going to make a beeping noise. And then when I push the power on, it's going to seal. Then it starts filling up with the pressure. So this light goes on and off. It gets brighter when the door shuts.
I feel like I'm gonna have a pretty easy time with this. I'm just looking forward to the benefits of having a ton of oxygen going into my system, especially getting ready for competition. Summer shredding, it's gonna be a lot. I'm always putting a lot of stress on my body, so to have this type of form of help to get me ready to go, helping to focus mentally, I think would be really beneficial for me. So see you guys in a few. Take care.
All right. I had 2 stroke patients, one that was in her 40s, and she had 3 strokes in a row. She didn't take heed to the first 2 strokes, and then the third one happened in the hospital, and she was, it was quite harsh. So she had done some stem cell therapy and then got in the chamber. Following that, she couldn't walk. Her arm was, very, deformed. She had, this third speech. I think she probably did 40 or 50 hours in kind of a condensed amount of time, maybe like a 3-month time period. She was able to walk again. Her arm straightened out. Her speech got better. And I filmed all these patients so that I would have, documentation because it was brand new. So she recovered to a point where she felt comfortable, finishing on her own. Moving up here to Makawao has been great because I'm mostly working with the local community, and I was able to make my prices, more local friendly. But it's usually just word of mouth. People just send me a text or they email me. I have a website that people, I think, get on still, but I'm not real website, savvy. But I love people just picking up the phone and just talking story because I'm more of an old-fashioned,
Right. It's the best way to get a hold of you would be
you just call them.
give you a call.
Yep. Some people come in here just to get a little bit of a oxygen nap, so to speak. It's super relaxing and very quiet in there. And they just want to get a little oxygen boost and just feel a little better. I do have some pro athletes, paddlers, surfers that are wanting to get a little bit of an edge before competition and then also come in afterwards so they can recover faster. I've had people say that they were paddling, one guy said 6 miles before they got in the chamber, and then they went in for 2 hours just one time. And then they doubled their paddling to 12 miles just the next day. So some people just do it as a kind of, let's check this out and I want to feel better. But most people that come in here, they are cancer patients that are looking for help because either they've been told there's nothing left to do, or they're in the beginning of that process and they're doing a full protocol. For cancer patients, if you do a ketogenic diet and you go in the chamber, and even if you include some of the off-label drugs or high-dose vitamin C, it actually mimics the same effects as radiation. So a lot of people would choose this if they don't want to go through radiation, or if they are going through the standard of care, they can get in the chamber, and it actually really enhances the benefits they're getting from the standard of care treatments. And they would need to come in. It's 2 hours, 5 days a week. You take 2 days off. The oxygen's still working your system. It's kind of like a carbonated drink where you open it and you get the and then once that carbonation settles after probably day 3, then there's not a whole lot there anymore. The oxygen works the same. So the goal is, if you have something that you really need to work on, you're going to saturate your system day in, day out, 2 hours at a time. And if you're in pain or you're healing from, I had a lady in her 70s. She was hit in Paia, a pedestrian accident. And she came in and it sped up the whole, healing recovery process. And I think she came in maybe 7 hours total, and it was enough to get her back to work again, which is what she needed. So it's really an individual thing. I've had people that have had falling off a horse and had a little head concussion. Most of the more severe things, you want to go in 1.5 hours to 2 hours, 5 days a week, and do at least 10 hours, and the saturation happens between like hour 5 and 6.
So can they feel differently after a session?
Most people do. I would say there's definitely a brain cognitive kind of stamina and energy and like clear thinking that you get. A lot of people say they sleep way better after they get out of the chamber that night. Some people have so much energy and stamina that they like get a bunch of stuff done that they usually couldn't do. I would say most people for sure feel at least clearing in the head and energy and just kind of a overall stamina. Yeah. And loss of pain. A lot of people that go in have high inflammation, and they'll, do stretching in there and the spine, they get little cracks and pops, and, their movement is better, and they have a lot less or no pain when they get on the chamber. So if you are a local resident, then it's $150 for 1 hour. You're in there for 60 minutes with about 10 minutes of that getting down to full pressure. And then once the chamber goes off at the 60-minute mark, then there's about, depending on people's ears, 15 to 20 minutes to depressurize you and bring you back up so you're not having discomfort in their ears. If you are a visitor, then it's $175. Most people get in for an hour the first time and see if they like it. And then they will convert to a package because it brings it down to, it's $130 a visit if you do 10 sessions or 10 hours. And then it goes from there. 40 hours is $110. So it just brings it down. And most people need that. And so I try and make it as affordable as possible. If you're a veteran or you're a first responder, then it's $100 for every hour. So you know what? I'm just going to get in this chamber and I'm going to fix whatever's wrong with me. You don't even have to know what's wrong with you. Just invest in yourself now, because you either pay now and you live a really good life, or you will be scraping to pay later when you can't work anymore and the hospital bills are coming in and you still have to pay your mortgage and all these things. And it doesn't really add up. So my message would be, just come in and have the best quality of life possible now, so that you don't have to be one of those people who are desperate and looking for a way to save their lives at the last minute.
Thank you for having us here.
Absolutely.